Hi, and welcome back to Sticks and Strings. I'm Naomi.
I'm Beth.
I'm Eve.
What Beth just said was, I
I'm
feel
naked.
naked. No, because we're here with no projects in front of us. We are taking a little bit of a break. It's going to be just a short hello video because I'm leaving town tomorrow. And it'll be Wednesday, and we won't be able to record on the weekend. So I'm getting out of town. I'm going to where it's 75 degrees during the day and 40-something at night. And
We're supposed to have triple digits here.
yeah,
all
so I'm
week.
getting out of here. I'm out of here.
Well, I was thinking, maybe we could do one of those where, we patch you in from,
From somewhere else.
from somewhere else, but you're not going to have
No, there's
coverage
no
like
internet.
that.
I remember last time we were up there, it's very spotty. If
Yeah.
any.
Yeah.
So,
But
next
maybe
week,
she can take little videos. while she's
yeah,
up
next week I'll show you some photos and stuff like that.
Well, and then next weekend we're going to be in
yeah,
Albuquerque.
next weekend we're going to Albuquerque, but then we're going to make an episode before we leave.
Yeah.
So it's kind of vacation time. So we hope that you had a good Memorial weekend. And what do you guys are starting cross
Stitch camp, yeah. I'm going to do Kathy Haberman's hands-on design summer basket, one of them. For cross stitch camp, I'm going to do all of them.
And I'm doing it's a little Santa ornament by, and I now can't think of the name of the design company. It's somebody well known.
We talked about it last week.
Yeah. Good Must I Be, this little Santa thing.
Yeah. And for cross stitch camp, I'm not doing anything. I'm doing knitting. While I'm at camp, I'm going to keep working on that camp blanket that I showed you guys last week, and helping Hannah because my daughter just decided to learn to knit, and she started the sweater sampler that I made. You know, that weird fish-looking thing. And she's like, I just want to make something now. She got, but I didn't even finish it because at the top it's like a lot of different techniques, but it's a good thing. But so she found a pattern that's just like that's a dog.
That's my dog.
Dog's flappy ears. It's just like a DK weight yarn and big needles, and she's just it's a very beginner friendly pattern. You just knit 2 rectangles for the body. And because it's a thin yarn and a big needle, it's a very loose weave. A loose stitch on it. And then rectangles for the sleeves. And then you just sew it up and make yourself it's like a summer sweater, so she can wear it over a tank or whatever. So she's excited about that. We went to Tempe Yarn and Fiber the other day, and she found some nice yarn. It's like a recycled fiber, and she got it in like a denim color, so she can wear it with jeans and look real good. It's really pretty. So she's gonna do that while we're up at camp, and I'm gonna knit and fish.
I'm going to finish my snowman blanket.
Oh yeah, in the middle of summer, right? Just in time for 100.
Yeah, for it to get really hot.
My dad is covered with a blanket right
all the
now.
time.
All the time.
He needs the blankets.
Yesterday I got really hot. I was doing cat maintenance, so I was changing the litter boxes, and I was sweeping the floor, and so I was really, and my room is pretty warm, and so I got really hot, and then I went outside to help Eve with. We were getting the backyard
we did a barbecue
ready.
last night.
So we were sweeping, and I happened to break a light bulb out there. So, but anyway, so I was out there doing stuff. We were cleaning the tables and stuff like that, and so by the time I came in, we still had a few hours before everybody was kind of gonna come over, and so I was roasting hot, and the swimming pool, is out there and was looking pretty good, and I thought, great, I'm gonna go swimming when everybody comes over, and then by the time, so I just went and I laid down, and I was all sweaty and yucky, and I thought, I just can't wait to get in that pool, and then when everybody came over and I got a pool,
5:30ish.
yeah, it was freezing.
It's freezing. I came anticipating to swim, and I've said before I can't swim till it's 115, and I went out there, and I don't know what was in the 80s.
No, it was 97 or so yesterday.
But that was the high. But by the
high.
time we came, it was
maybe 88 or so.
because I walked outside and I'm like, it's not very hot out here.
When y'all live someplace where it doesn't get as hot as it does here, 88 sounds really hot, but for us it's still kind of On the cold side.
Well, and you
And the
know,
water
we
was
don't have
really
a
cold.
we don't have a heated pool. It's
Yeah,
just heated
no.
by the sun. So when you know the sun was not beating down on the backyard at that time, so it was not really hot.
But it wasn't as cold
And-
as it's been.
No,
No,
of course
no.
not. But the
I mean,
kids
the
got
water.
in.
I mean,
yeah.
the water was.
The
Well,
kids got in, and I put my
I
feet
got
in.
in.
And I'm like,
I got in, but it was like, you know, I had to like I have this little floaty thing it's basically net, but then there's like two little side long floats, and I was kind of leaning on it because that way the wind wasn't hitting me. I was like,
it was
I'm
kind
gonna
of
stay
windy.
in here and stay
It was
warm.
breezy.
But that's why the
Yeah.
pool had gotten colder again
Yeah.
because it had been above 100 for several days and it was warmer earlier.
Yeah.
I'm a wimp.
But I tried to get in, but I had told Naomi about the bruises on my leg, but until she saw me in my swimming suit and really saw the bruises on my leg, she's like,
What is that?
"What the heck?"
Yeah, her leg's a mess. And
Yeah.
I was
mean,
just afraid if I let go of the handle, I wouldn't be able to just get back in
Yeah.
up, you know. So
Yeah.
But the kids swam.
Yeah.
They had fun. But
Yeah.
even Eli, who I guess he swims every night up in Phoenix, he's like, I'm cold. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna go.
and
where
we
it's
have access
really
to a
cold.
heated pool, but we should go there
Yeah.
tomorrow or something. It's supposed to get warm.
Yeah.
I'm going
and
to a very cold place.
today is
A
my
very
last
cold
day on pandemic, so I'm
Oh.
stitching away on that, and I've actually I've gotten a lot of that middle section done
Oh,
that I was
fun.
working on. So I'm down to the big urn.
You know what I stitched yesterday? Zero. I was so tired because I had I filmed my video on Sunday instead of Monday, even though I uploaded it on Monday, because I knew I had a day ahead of me, and let me tell you, the lazy one works double, and especially triple when you wait until it's almost 100 outside before you go outside to start cleaning.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have done that first, you know, right when I woke up and it was cooler outside. Because here, like when it's humid, you know, it's 97 at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, it just never gets cooler. It
Yeah.
doesn't cool down. But here, you know, in the evenings, it's really, you know, sometimes you need a jacket.
Until you hit the
Until
Until the middle of the summer.
July,
Until the
yeah,
middle of the summer. But
then
but-
it's like it's midnight and it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
On the radio, and you're like,
yeah,
no.
but that still feels really nice and cool compared to the daytime.
Well,
I remember
freaking out
when
because-
one
What?
time that
It's okay.
Greg and I met like at, you know, in the summer. I was home for the summer, and he happened to be home, and so we went
In Albuquerque?
Yeah, in Albuquerque, and we went like we did a cafe crawl basically in the Nob Hill area. So it was you know 90 something I guess during the day or whatever. But we met like at 7, and by the time we finished around 1, it was freezing. I was like,
That's the desert.
You know,
the desert
that's
nights.
yeah.
where
life
you-
in
So
the desert.
the heat goes whoop.
Yeah.
Well, here there's so much concrete and
holds it.
yeah, it holds the heat in a little bit more
Oh,
than
pavement,
that. But
yeah.
yeah, so
Talk about last minute. Well, my husband's like, we have to pack early. We got to do everything early. So he's been very, you know, driving everything, and we're pretty much ready. But we did a practice packing of the back of the car because I'm like, I don't know if everything's gonna fit, and we put our big cooler because we weren't sure if we needed the big cooler or not. But we put the big cooler and all the thing in the big tent and all the chairs and all this stuff. And we still had room, like, on the top for groceries. I was like, okay, the groceries can all go up here. Like, we're good. I'm like, I feel really good about this.
Uh-huh.
And I even bought, because I went grocery shopping, and when I was at the grocery store, I realized we really only have a small amount of actual refrigerated, things that need to be refrigerated. So I found a cooler that's like a square, like this, and it's really nice cube. It's hard side, and I'm like, this is going to do us, and it'll save more than half the size of that big cooler. So like, we're good. And then I packed up all the groceries in like reusable grocery bags. You know, the big. And I'm like, there's so many of them, and I'm like, and then the kids. Okay, the biggest bummer about your kids getting bigger is that their clothes get bigger. We used to be able to pack their clothes in, those little tiny suitcases, and now I'm like, my son's clothes are huge. So I'm like, and I gotta pack fit all the clothes in the roof bag.
That's why Dad used to make us pack our clothes in a sleeping bag. Well, that's what we slept on.
We slept pillowcase.
Pillowcase.
Yeah. Well, that's what we. So what I did a long time ago is I took a yard of fabric and I made a casing, and I made kind of like a pillowcase with a casing and a drawstring, and that's what we pack our clothes in. And then during the year, after we come back from camping, we take the sleeping bag out of its compression sack and just roll it loosely and put it in those big bags, because that way they don't get, because you don't want them compressed all year long. And so I took them out, and I have to go home right now and take out my sewing machine and redo some of the seams, because mine is it's 100. I don't know when I made them, when the kids were really little, so little that Hannah's is a Barbie one. It's Barbie fabric. And I'm like, do you mind using this still? And she's like, it's fine. But it doesn't have actual Barbies, but it has little perfume bottles, and it says Barbie on it. There was a time when she refused to use it, and I used it, and she used mine. But this year she said it was okay. But anyway, I guess she's feeling comfortable with her Barbie side. But anyway, so I have to go reinforce those seams, because I'm like, at least mine is gonna rip. And then I have to because we have a roof bag, and it holds a lot of stuff, but we're trying to, because now also their sleeping bags are bigger, and we really need a camper or a trailer or something. That's for
but then
year.
You would cut down what areas you could actually go to.
Well, kind of. Yeah. But so my husband, I've been like, I want a camper for years, since the kids were little. I'm like, I want a camper, and I want a truck that pulls a camper. And he's like, no, can't afford it, can't do it. And he turned 55, and I think the next day he goes, I'm thinking it might be nice to have a camper. Brother.
Well, that's the thing, is that when you're younger and you could really use those things, you can't really fit them into your budget.
Yeah.
And then, that's why when you, around here in Ahwatukee, where you see all the sporty sports cars, and let me tell you, you can see some really nice cars here.
It's always old dudes.
It's always some guy that looks like he's, 105.
He finally made it. He finally afforded the car.
Midlife crisis.
Yeah. So anyway, I've got to go pack. I don't know about y'all. They refused to pack for me. I messaged them and Rachel this morning. I was like, y'all come over and pack now. And they all
I've been sitting there making a list of stuff I'm taking to your house.
Yeah.
And also thinking through next weekend. What do I need to take?
Yeah, because next weekend Beth and I are going to Albuquerque to go to a youth symphony reunion. I have to practice.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I got to practice. So I got a lot to do. So I'm going to be camping when I should be practicing.
They should have been practicing weeks ago.
Shut up.
They should have been practicing since they signed up to go to this thing.
I know, Eve. Anyway, well, it's good to see you. Sorry it's a short video this week, but we hope you guys are having a good start to your June, and we will see you next week for a full episode. Bye.